Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Just back in Florence after a while.
How was your holidays?
My holiday was really good. I got to see my family, a lot of cooking, but it's nice to be back in Florence, even though it's cold. How is it for you in Milan?
Well, it's pretty good actually. I mean, we're getting to the red zone area again, but it was good to have a break in between, like the holidays and the starting of the year.
Yeah, I think it's good to kind of be back with family and quickly catch up before maybe there's another lockdown.
Yes, exactly. Well, we were talking like me, Firas, and Virginia were joining on a Zoom call and have a talk about the ongoing pandemic and how it has affected all our behaviors in terms of our daily lives and our shopping.
Yeah, that sounds like an interesting topic for me and right up my alley, so I'd love to join.
All right, I'll send you the link and see you there, okay?
See you soon. Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
We've been waiting for you.
At least now we're gonna have different points of view from different areas: Florence, Milan, Dubai. The rounded picture.
Exactly. That's exactly true. So I feel like in Florence, things are, because it's such a small city, things are turning back to normalcy and people are going out. I think it's just really hard because of the tourism and a lot of the purchases and consumer behavior are really concentrated in the summer when there's lots of tourists to do shopping. I think also one of the things I was happy to see was during the Christmas period when we were in the yellow zone. So the shops were still open and there were a lot of lines. I vividly remember just before I left for Christmas holiday, there was a line outside of Tiffany and Co. So people were lining up to get presents for their whoever outside Tiffany and Co. And I said, I don't think I would have ever seen people lining up outside of, luxury stores, like rushing to go and get them. Kind of a depiction of what may happen in the future, where maybe stores will go back to being open only exclusively by appointment because of maintaining distance, but also maybe perhaps that people might shop because people are going to shop differently nowadays, and maybe perhaps stores will only be open by appointment like we've seen in the past, or perhaps that people might prefer shopping online even for luxury purchases now.
Okay.
What about you, Firaz? What's the situation in Dubai?
The situation here is, I think, better than what's it doing in Italy. In general, we're very much open here. Restaurants are open, lounges are open, malls are open. Everything is back to normal. However, there is this trait of being scared and uncertain, let's say, because at any point you will be contracting such virus. However, such trend has also created a sense of adaptation. There's still a large acceptance of shopping here, specifically within the luxury industry. However, there's been evidence that it's changing from the regular shopping trends of going to the store, looking around, to simply just being an online-based shopping experience, moreover to an omni-channel approach. There's also a change in the consumer taste. So previously here, it was all about being perfectly dressed, going to elegant places. However, now it's more about sneakers, hoodies, sweatpants. You go to a nice cafe, relax with friends. There's a large change in behavior here. As I said, there's also an omni-channel kind of approach that brands are taking, where their purchases are like mostly done online or through WhatsApp communication with sales agents. Stores have are now just a place where there's an experience for the shopping, not the actual shopping process. For example, there's the recent collaboration with Gucci and North Face, which happened, I think, a few days ago, which has been promoted thoroughly through social media influencers due to their strong presence and influence on the market here. In addition to setting up an exhibition in a prominent area of Emirates malls, is one of the biggest malls here in the UAE, which showcases all the products and the special parts of the collaboration, such as having certain artwork or some pop-up design. There's been also efforts in the production of the space there that they made. There's the idea of climbing due to North Face's background and heritage as well, whereas it also has a touch of luxury due to the Gucci side of the collaboration. This is a marketing approach that brands in the UAE have been successfully doing for a while now, since pre-COVID times, and have since become their sole promotional activity that brands engage in our time right now. What do you guys believe? Is it the same in Italy? Is there approaches that are changing in the way they promote the product? Because I feel like this is a very authentic thing for brand in the UAE, in the Middle East in general. They've been merely focused on the idea of having an experience in the store, whereas the shopping is done through establishing a connection with a sales agent, having a relationship with the brand, more than just going and picking up a product that you might have liked somewhere.
I don't think there is such a same experience here in Milan. But I see that there are changes in terms of like seasonal changes. Like when it started, the second wave back in October, November, there weren't many people going around, especially in, you know, the luxury area of Milan, Viale Monte Napoleone. That area usually is packed with people. And in that period, those streets were empty. But it got back up again, as Abigail said, with the yellow zone just before Christmas, and you were able to see people. I went to the LV to buy a present, and basically we had to queue for over an hour, but the experience itself was as usual. I didn't see much difference, maybe because I already chose the right item I wanted to buy, but I didn't see much difference. Right now, I think it's going to get empty again because we're going to the red zone again, unfortunately.
Abigail, anything in Florence that's happening in terms of that? Or maybe are they moving towards an online base? Or because I'm guessing there's clientele in Florence from all over the world that they come, for example, during summer or holidays.
Yeah, I think what's happening now is people are shopping online, and I feel like there's been a huge surge in cross-sectional marketing, where a lot of people see perhaps something on, okay, maybe perhaps a luxury brand that doesn't provide online services for purchasing. So one example is like they'll see something from a certain brand, like maybe Dior, and like the item but not be able to really purchase it, and then they'll end up going elsewhere. So I've seen a huge surge in brands like Luisa Via Roma, which provides platforms for people to purchase luxury and have it delivered worldwide with great, you know, service packaging, and obviously assured verification that it is a genuine item. So brands I have seen even on Instagram, I've seen that Luisa Via Roma and Farfetch are on a really high peak because they've offered services for people that perhaps they couldn't get directly from the brands. And also we have private luxury resellers, which usually sell pre-loved items, but we do have people who are selling items that really go out of stock fast. So even one of the brands I would say that has really focused on their e-commerce would be Amina Muadi and her shoes, especially the Begum shoes, which are so popular. and she's always been able to have her clients and customers purchase online. So during the COVID situation, it's been a really high peak. And another thing I've also seen is more clarity on sizing, because obviously now with COVID, people cannot try on everything that they wish to try on. So now brands are really being more specific on sizing to really avoid moments of having to return or exchange items. So I've really seen a lot of brands, even on their Instagram, specify the model is wearing this size because she's of this hip measurement, and even creating like customer relations management, where you can talk to a person, to a sales agent before you purchase, and say, okay, I'm interested in this blazer, my measurements are so and so, please match me to the right blazer.
Yeah, also coming back to Amina Muadi, she's, I think, one of the brands that managed to turn a profit throughout this troubling time, mainly due to her low level. Okay, she is involved in some marketing activity, but I believe in this region, especially in Dubai, there's a large consumer base here that actually adores the brand. Given that, for example, New Year's Eve here, I would say 90% of the girls out and about in Dubai all had some sort of shoe from Amina Muadi. And I feel like that's also an important thing to do, is having such a loyal customer base, which usually works as a marketing for you as well. It promotes the brand. It promotes different women wearing the same product to show how much they love the brand, which is, I feel like it's very vital during our time, the testimonials of actual shoppers.
Yeah, I feel like her marketing is very modern because, like you said, for Dubai, I also do follow a lot of influencers based in Dubai. And I did see a lot of them just give their testimonials and talk about how the shoes are really comfortable. And I feel like we're kind of returning back into not per se comfort as luxury, but understanding that in order to have a good customer base, like, people have to be returning buyers. And I've personally, I've never seen a bad review. Everyone's like, they're comfortable. She has a wide array of colors. And yeah, for her marketing strategy is really modern, because you don't really see a lot of nowadays, like especially with the older heritage brands, you don't see a lot of people really going out of their way on Instagram or YouTube to really talk about the brand. But with Amina Muadi, you have a lot of interaction, and even if you don't know who she is or don't know the brand, chances are if you see the shoe, you'll be able to say, oh, that is hers.
Exactly, specifically with the way her heel is shaped. It's very special and it's very unique in the current market, which is saturated with so many designers at this point. Okay, cut.
Please don't make